Hello everyone, this is not the usual video, nor is this video scripted in any way. I am making this purely out of fear and sort of just to get it off my chest. I've been hiding this for the past 4 years and honestly I just really wanted to sort of get this off my chest for a while, but I've just been too scared and afraid to do it. But I thought I might as well do it now. Back in 2016, I met someone in college. Her name was Matsudoku. I'm not going to reveal her full name, but if you do a little bit of searching, you will be able to find it. It was the first day of college and I'm not gonna lie, I did like her. Like, she looked pretty and she looked attractive. I start by saying hello to her and sort of walked up to her and just tried to stay calm. And the next moment I knew I was going to be doing sort of a live broadcast with her. Now immediately I was scared and anxious because of the fact that, oh my god, I've literally just only met this girl. I really like her. She's really cute and stuff. And I'm literally going to have to be interviewing her. I kept my cool, and the live stream of that can actually be found on this channel. I'm going to put a little video up here somewhere. I was nervous, I was shaking. You can see my legs just shaking up and down, just bouncing, and I was nervous. It went well in the end, and I said, hey, that was really good. I was a little bit nervous, but you know, me and you did pretty well. And she agreed, yeah. A couple of days go by and we start talking. I sort of started talking to her more and started talking about just life and stuff and what she was interested in, and just sort of getting to know her, really. It was nice, honestly, just trying to talk to her. Deep down, I knew that I still liked her, but I just didn't want to show that because it is kind of a little bit weird just saying, hey, I really like you. So obviously getting to know someone is a lot better because it's not just about looks, it's about personality as well. And over the coming weeks, I would learn that, you know, she had a really nice personality. She was into gaming. She would go to Smash tournaments and stuff like that. She had a best friend who was always with her. I'm not going to mention her name, but she was a little bit wary of what I was doing because in my mind, I just wanted to make friends, and if something came out of it, then that's fine. I would just have a really good-looking friend at the end of the day. But she started to get weary. I don't know if that was because she was trying to protect her or what. The reasons for that, I still don't know to this day. I eventually got her contact details and I would message her and talk to her over Facebook Messenger. I didn't get a phone number or anything. Messenger was the only point in contact I had, outside of college. It got to around December. It got to around November time, around about this time where I started to have deeper feelings. I didn't explicitly say this, and I just kept chatting, but I think that she did call on. Sorry, I think that she did catch on. She started changing her outlook towards me and sort of trying to manipulate me. She would hug and sort of snuggle there's a corner in our college where it's just like a load of beanbags. She would hug and snuggle, and honestly, like, I didn't really see anything wrong with that because I liked this girl and I thought that, you know, she liked me back. I would skip lessons and just do anything just to be with her. And in hindsight, it wasn't right, but back then I just thought that, like, my love just took over for her. Now, it got to the point where I was manipulated so badly that I just was in just the realm of being with her. Like, she would, like, say stuff which would be kind of strange, but I would just go with it because I thought that she liked me back because of the way how she was acting around me and just how, like, I'm not going to say sexually, but I'm going to say that she was very provocative in some of the stuff that she was saying. I was basically led on by her. Now, her friend was also around quite a lot, and I don't know if, like, she had anything to do with that. But there were a few times where she did say, "Hey, why are you trying to hit on her?" I'm like, "Because she's trying to hit on me." And she was like, "Okay, yeah, whatever. Like, she's ever gonna get with you." And I just didn't believe that because of the way that she was talking to me and just how she acted around me. She'd, like, hugs and just stuff. There was no kissing involved because that would have been a little bit too far, especially just in, like, college environments. And eventually it got to the point where I started to make more, I just started to ask questions, and I eventually found out that she actually had a boyfriend, which was a big red flag. Despite this, she would still continue to make these sort of provocative advances, and when I found out, I said to her, like, "Hey, I really like you, and I want to sort of be closer to you." And that's when it all went sort of downhill. That Christmas, I was depressed, and I felt like she hated me. She completely ghosted me, and I just didn't understand why or what her intentions were. She basically manipulated me, roped me in, only to then sort of just leave me. And that's just kind of a dick move. Like, it's really, it's kind of, It's not a cool thing to do. That Christmas, I was distraught. I just couldn't keep a smile on my face just over that holiday break. I was so scared of her because she basically manipulated me into liking her. I didn't find out from her that she had a boyfriend, only found out from her best friend. I never knew that she had a boyfriend until I asked her, and she said, "Yeah, I have a boyfriend." And I didn't really get fazed by that. What I got fazed by was the constant manipulation from her. She drove me to do things that I wouldn't do, that I wouldn't feel comfortable doing. And it destroyed me. It destroyed me to the point where I would do anything that she would say in a heartbeat. So yeah, I found out that she had a boyfriend, and that's completely fine. Like, I wanted to be friends still because I was so naive that she had manipulated me in this way. I was scared of her, scared of what she would do to me. Now, it wasn't anything bad, such as like sexually, but her mind games and manipulation was what really scared me. I was afraid to go back to college, but I did. I just didn't want to say anything, but because I apparently liked her back when she has a boyfriend, that made me the bad guy. And she practically turned everyone that I knew against me, just making out that I was the one in the wrong, when in actual fact it was her. If she would have said that she had a boyfriend, if she would have maybe just laid off on these sort of manipulative and just sexual things that she was doing for months on end, then it might have ended differently. Why she was doing this, I honestly don't know. I don't know her motives, but I think I can confidently say that she was trying to rope me in because she knew that I liked her, only to break my heart and break me mentally. Eventually, we did start talking again. It was through an unorthodox way, and it was actually quite funny. So recently, a game from Nintendo came out called Fire Emblem Heroes, and when you so on an iPhone, you have like a ringer switch. Normally, I have my phone on most of the time, but I forgot to flick the ringer switch. So when I opened the game up, it just, you could hear just the intro for the game. Obviously, it was a little bit embarrassing, just having it blast out like that. But she heard that, and about a day later, she actually was the one who approached me and said, hey, you play Fire Emblem, let me help you out and stuff. I was like, okay, you said you wanted nothing to do with me and you basically manipulated me, but sure, whatever. She helped me out to create a team and stuff like that, and I was really grateful. It turned out I've been playing the game wrong, because I'm not really into the Fire Emblem sort of franchise, and she more is. that kind of stuff. But that opened up the gateway to talking to her more. Now, this was around about, I want to say, April, May time. And you got to think that I was living in fear for God knows how long, just thinking about what she was going to do next. So from January, when I got back to college, to about May, I was fearful. I didn't have no one to fall back on except for like one or two people who knew what she was like, and like already had gone through that experience. I appreciate them for, sticking around, and honestly, I wouldn't have got through college if it wasn't for them. Like my final year, it really broke me down. Like at that point, I just didn't have any IRL friends to fall back on. Obviously, I had like friends who weren't in that class who wasn't aware of the situation. But when you have a group of about 25 people that hate your guts and want the worst for you, and about 3 people who don't, it outweighs that and just really sort of destroys your mental health. Going back to sort of May, June time, she helped me out on Fire Emblem, and that sort of opened the gateway to talking to her again. I was aware that she had a boyfriend, and I just wanted to sort of rekindle that friendship. I was obviously naive and I still liked her deep down, but I knew that it was never going to work. So I tried my best to make conversation, but unfortunately, from everyone else, it was read as just me trying to hit on her again. She would ultimately do the same tactics to sort of seduce me again. And when it came to the end of college, I thought that we were friends again. It was around about July time, and I said to her that I regret not speaking to you for that long because I thought that you hated me. She said that she didn't, and like she had forgotten about the whole thing, but why would she go turn like 10, 20 people against me if she didn't still hold a grudge? It was obvious that she was trying, it was obvious that she knew that I still liked her and wanted some second sort of revenge. College eventually finished, and we agreed to keep talking. I told her like, hey, I'm still sorry and I just want to be friends. And she agreed with that, and she said that if there's anything that I can do, or if there's any problems that you can have, you can tell me all your worries. You can trust me. There was a thing which came up about a month later. I don't want to go into detail because it's not really that important and it's not really that big of a deal. It was basically something to do with one of my friends who was going through a rough time. I didn't really know what to do, so I obviously trusted her and asked her for some advice. I'm not going to name any names, but that friend was really bringing me down because I just didn't know how to help, and I just felt really, really bad. And because I was getting brought down, they were also getting brought down. I asked her for some advice, but she just didn't give it to me. I just got left on red. I asked, hey, are you okay? Or stuff like that, and tried to reach out, but to no avail. I couldn't get a response from her. In the end, I actually got a message from her best friend saying to leave her alone. And that was pretty shocking for me because I was like, okay, what's happening? What's going on? Why are you telling me to leave her alone? We're friends, right? And she said to just stop contacting her. She's incredibly uncomfortable with you and she does not want to hear your problems. You're bringing her down, which is a polar opposite to what she said, where you can tell me everything and I'm there for you. It was just a stark contrast to what she said compared to what her friends said, and I was just so confused. I tried to get in contact with her in any way I could, but then in the end she just said that, like, I fucking hate you, you're a terrible person, do not ever contact me again. I was confused, I was destroyed, I didn't know what to say, really. Yeah, it sucked, and again, obviously I wasn't in college at that time, but all of the people that I spoke to, again, were turned against me, to the point where I actually got sent a snap of all of them just roasting me. And I don't know why she did this. I don't know why she was going around saying that I was such a bad person. I wasn't trying to hit on her in any way, shape or form. It was only her that she was trying to manipulate me into liking her again. Obviously I still liked her, but I was not gonna push any boundaries because of the fact that I knew that she had a boyfriend. But apparently I was still doing that, and apparently I was destroying her. I was making her uncomfortable. In the end, that it just didn't work out, and over the years I've thought about it and just thought how she manipulated me. She had an army of followers that looked up to her, and honestly, I just didn't want the same thing to happen to anyone else. So that was when I made the video of exposing Matsu. What came across in completely the wrong way. It came across as if I was upset that I couldn't get to be with her. And it was a very sort of, how I say, nice guys sort of thing. That wasn't my intention, and that my intentions were blurred and unclear because I didn't want to say the real reason. I was angry. I was just so hell-bent on destroying her, when in actual fact it all backfired and destroyed me instead. I ended up getting into contact with her over Twitter, and she said to take the video down. The video is unlisted. It's also members only as well. If you are a channel member, you can watch it. But we ultimately decided to mutually block each other and never speak to her again. I've been really scared to tell the truth, but this is what happened. Whether anything will come out of it, I don't know. And I hope nothing does come out of it, because I don't want to start any drama, but I felt like I really needed to get the truth out there after all these years. I'm not a terrible person, and I was made out to be such a bad guy when in actual fact it was her that was doing all the manipulation behind the scenes. She was pulling the puppet strings, and everyone just didn't agree and didn't see that. I hope that now people have heard the truth, that that they've heard the truth, that people just understand why I did the things I did. I don't want anyone to go after her. Me and her haven't spoken in a while, and I just wanted to sort of get this sort of off my shoulders and sort of just not have to sort of be scared of telling the truth, because this is what happened and I've just hidden it away for so long. Ultimately, I think things happen for a reason. It's been a lot. I obviously do miss her quite a bit, because she was a good friend. And I hope that we could have been friends, but she was just a horrible kind of person, a manipulative person who, let's face it, she would be better off. I'm not going to rule out any possibilities. If she were to come back and sort of be friends, I would be happy. If not, then I'd be just fine. If she came back and started manipulating me again, obviously I now know how to deal with that kind of situation, and I wouldn't let myself get dragged down like that. I'm always the kind of person to give people second chances. I don't know if she'll be watching this, but if you are, it's been a while. I hope that you're doing fine, whatever you're doing, and I wish you all the best. Ultimately, it was a learning experience, even though I didn't do anything wrong. I have DMs with her to prove my innocence, and I'm not going to show any of those DMs because of privacy reasons, but I just wanted to clear my name and tell you that I'm not the bad person, I'm not the villain. And I just didn't want to say this for so long because I was so scared. She manipulated me a lot. It was damaging, but whatever her reasons for doing it were, it was not okay. I don't know what the response of this video is going to be, but I hope that I can live on safely knowing that I've sort of said how it really was. I've said the truth without making a blunder like my previous video. If you feel like you are being manipulated in some way, I know it's hard to sort of figure it out, but if you are being manipulated, then please turn back while you still can, because you'll only get your heart broken like I did. It's taken me so long to speak because of the fact that I've again been scared. There have been multiple occasions where over the years I've sort of remembered this past experience and I've cried. I've honestly been upset because I thought that I was in the wrong and I missed her. Eventually it got so much time had passed that I feel comfortable speaking about this experience without tearing up, and I'm now comfortable speaking the truth, what really happened. A lot of my friends already know what happened, but I'm hoping making this video will just sort of clear my name. Even though it has been so many years, I've just been scared to tell the truth. Again, I don't know if she's going to be watching this, but if she is still around, then I wouldn't mind being friends again, just as long as I know that none of this will happen. I know that she's still in a relationship, probably, and I respect that, but it is wrong to just lead people on like that, especially when you are in a relationship with someone, because not only does it damage the person that you're trying to manipulate, it also damages your relationship as well with that person. That's really all I have to say on the matter. Thank you for watching this far into the video. I really appreciate you listening to what I've had to say, and I've said nothing but the truth without exposing any sort of DMs or anything. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening to my story. Thank you for listening to my side of the story, and hopefully I've cleared my name and I'm not a bad person. Thank you.